Hey, what's up everyone? I hope you're all having a wonderful day or night, but for now, let's get into the video.
And if they have daughters, they advise them to go for money. Yes, absolutely. I couldn't agree more with that comment. It's so true. When men become fathers and they have daughters, they want them to go for money. Because when you're a father, you want the best for your daughter. This is normal. And you know that the best is getting into a relationship for money.
That's your mother talking, not your father. You never had your father in your life and it shows. That's why you talk like that and that's why you agreed with that comment left, well, funny enough, by some other woman. Fathers do want their best for their daughters. That's true. That's why they advise them to go for the man that will treat them right, not for money. How would I know that though? Well, I don't know. Maybe because I am one and unlike your mother, I do want what's best for my daughter.
Do you ever talk to a girl and like you can tell like all her political opinions are actually not even hers, they're her boyfriend's. And her boyfriend isn't really smart.
And yours are not really yours, they're your gender study college professor. And she's not that smart either. Doesn't really take a genius to spew hate onto impressionable minds.
I don't understand the generation of men and their ghosting. Like, why don't you just tell the woman, like, hey, look, I found someone else, or hey, I don't feel a connection, or something else, you know what I mean? Like, most of us are understanding. We're not gonna sit there and cry about the fact that, oh my god, don't leave me, because we've probably got better options anyway. I went on a date. I went on 3 dates with this one guy. And then the fourth date, he was like, oh, I've got some family issues, I'm gonna have to cancel. And I was like, cool, that's fine. Disappeared for the rest of the weekend, like, okay. And then when I messaged him, he was like, oh my god, I'm so sorry, I'm not in right headspace, blah blah blah. Okay. And that was it. Like, nothing else. Nothing like, hey, let's, sorry, this is not gonna work out, sorry, I'm not in the zone, like, whatever it may be. Why is it so wrong to explain yourself? Like, take some goddamn accountability here.
Okay, so lead by example then. You were not ghosted and he told you he's not in the zone with that last message. You're only bothered he didn't give you the explanation you wanted, cause now you're left with trying to figure out what is it about you that pushes men away. And I don't know about anyone else, but if I go through some family issues, the last thing I want or need is some girl I've just met to keep texting me asking for explanations.
The things my ex did, and I still stayed with him for 3 years. And let me remind you, we were also engaged. So I literally wrote down a whole list on my iPad so I wouldn't forget anything, but I still feel like I missed some parts. So, for context, we met on Hinge, and I was 19, he was freshly 21, and we were only talking for maybe like a week and a half or so. I don't know, but. And the first time we hung out, he deleted his Hinge as he was dropping me off home, and then the second time we hung out, he asked me to be his girlfriend, and me being 19, and let me give you some context on how he asked me out. So when he asked me out, I was very drunk, and when he asked me out, he was like, I usually wait till the 5 date rule, but I just can't wait. Do you want to be my girlfriend? And I felt put on the spot. Like, I just the kind of person that doesn't know how to say no. And I'm 22 now, and looking back on 19-year-old me, I didn't know what to do. I've never been in this situation before. So I was put on the spot, and I said, okay. So, cut to a few days later, he picks me up and we go to Taco Bell. He was supposed to sleep over, but I was craving Taco Bell, so we drove to Taco Bell.
Oh my god, and you still stayed after that? I was never more bored in my entire life.
If you are a woman and you feel guilty for having high standards, let me change the game for you. Let me reframe this for you in a way that you actually own your high standards and you will never compromise on them. Because what standards are here to do for you is that they are protection. High standards protect you from situations. So, when you have high standards, you are actually not entertaining, tolerating situations that are not in line with your standards. When you see something that is below your standard, you're going to say, no, thank you, I pass. and you're not going to entertain that situation.
So basically having standards but with a glamorous title of high standards on top because, oh my god, I'm a girl. No, wait, scratch that, a TikToker.
High standard protect you from toxic people who want to take advantage of you. High standards protect you from being used. High standards are the way to actually have better relationships because it shows that you love yourself. When you love yourself and you respect yourself, you have high standards. Someone who loves themselves and respect themselves is always going to have high standards.
Oh wait, she's actually right and I was wrong. Men love their women, so that's why men have standards, just standards. Women love themselves, so that's why they have high standards. See, it all makes sense now. All you have to do is try to be patient while being on TikTok.
If someone could please teach me how to be mean to guys again, because I feel like I lost all my mojo. I don't know how to act. I'm too nice. I literally am like such a lover's girl. Like I shouldn't be. Like they're not even treating me right. I don't know what's going on. The past like 2 months, I'm putting up with things that I would just never put up with. It's kind of weird, but anyway, help.
Okay, but you have to pay attention because this is important and it's not going to be an easy thing to do. Whenever you find yourself in their bed and you're being asked to leave, you're going to feel that urge to give them your phone number and ask them to call you. And you have to fight that urge and just leave.
If you want to know if he's really meant for you, you just need to ask one question. Just one question, it'll show you everything. Just randomly, just be like, you don't even have to be like, I want to ask you a question. You can ask out of the blue. The one question is, you have to say, what are your intentions with me? I promise you that this is the question because it scares the wrong ones away. Because when they get confronted with, what are your intentions with me? They're like, oh shit, I have to think about what I want. I have to give her an answer. Number one, they can either lie. Number two, they can ghost you. Number two, it happens to me all the time because they don't know how to communicate. They don't know what they want. Just ask them that. Just ask them that and you'll know. I promise you will know.
Funny enough, you still don't know. We're men, our intention is to get to know you. That's why we're on that date. It's only women who expect to be promised the moon before they even go on that first date, and after they leave that first date, they expect the men to Venmo or cash up the money for rent and bills for the next 6 months.
Men will literally chase a pretty girl like they're everything and then treat her like nothing. Being chased and being loved are not the same thing. Some men will literally do the absolute most to get the attention of a pretty girl. They will call you, they will text you, they will compliment you. They will show up thinking that you're the only person they have ever loved in their entire life. If you know, you know. But once they feel like they got you, suddenly they don't listen as closely. They start picking you apart. You're no longer this goddess or this untouchable woman who should be worshipped. You're just another girl to control. They like the version of you that they made up about you in their head. The version of you that looked good on their arm, who looked good in pictures, not the one with opinions or goals or boundaries or real emotions. And the worst part about it is that as a pretty girl, a lot of times you just blame yourself like, what did I do? You wonder if you said too much. Did I show too much? Did I ask for too much? Am I too much?
Yes, you are. Goddess, worship. See, this is the problem between you, the real you, and the version that he saw in the picture. Unlike the version of you from those pictures, in real life you opened your mouth. He never knew the version of you in those pictures, but he got to know the real you. And you started saying things like goddess and worship.
I used to be very insecure, and the one thing that I remember when I was very insecure was that I didn't want to be around other beautiful women. Now here's how I fixed it. One big tip that I want to give to women is to not be afraid to be yourself. If you are someone that is loud or has a big personality, I am someone who has a big personality. Stop hiding that you. If you're being toxic and you're hurting people, of course that is not right. But if you are loud, you laugh loud, you have a big personality, and it's all just positive things, but you're made to feel like you need to dim your own light. If you like to dress up and get ready every day, but people make you feel like you need to dim your own light, stop dimming your light. That's my first tip, is to start being yourself and start loving yourself, who you are today. A big reason as to why people don't love themselves today is because someone in their past just made them feel like they were not worthy of being loved. Whether that was a man they had in their life.
Oh yeah, but of course, obviously it was a man. When is it not a man's fault? Women are insecure around other women, and it's, you've guessed it, a man's fault. Women have a big personality, and you have to replace the word big with a bad personality, and they're not being liked by other women, and it's, you've guessed it, a man's fault. Oh wow, no one saw that coming, except we all did. And this is gonna be it for today. As always, I do hope you enjoyed it. If you didn't, I still appreciate you for making it this far. Thank you all so much for watching. Stay safe, and I will see you in the next one.